Ladies and gentlemen, the big ones also, the awardees, the members of my audience are physically or virtually with us. I salute you all. I am Florence Rankin, a vice principal here at Old Harbour High School. The recognition of our hard-working students and the motivation of all our students are among the major tasks that the administration of this noble institution seeks to accomplish. One of the dominant ways to acknowledge this task is through our annual awards ceremony. This is the Old Harbour High School Awards Ceremony 2021, right here at the Selvin Greens Auditorium. Students, do realize the aims and objectives of this great ceremony as we strive to make the best of you. Other members of our audience, I know that you appreciate this enriching and fulfilling activity that we have organized with you in mind. We will now proceed with the activities of our awards ceremony. I now invite Miss Forrester and Miss Beckford to lead us in singing the national anthem, while representatives of our cadets will position the Jamaican and, of course, the Old Harbour High School flags. I invite you all to stand. Where'er you are, you must respect the singing of the national anthem. As we proceed It is paramount that we invite the blessings and the presence of the Lord to be with us. To carry out such task, I now invite Reverend Ricardo Edwards, who is also the coach of our basketball team, to invoke God's presence on our behalf. It's over to you, Reverend Edwards.
Good morning, everyone. It is my task to share with you briefly from the Word of God, but also charge you in prayer. I just want to share something quickly. It is from St. Mark chapter 10, verses 46 to 52. It says that Jesus came to Jericho, and as he was leaving with his disciple and a large crowd with him, a blind man by the name of Bartimaeus, which means son of Timaeus, was sitting by the road begging. When he heard that Jesus was passing by, he cried out, "Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy upon me." Many rebuked him, told him to stop, but he cried aloud anyway. Then Jesus stopped and said, "Come, call him to me." So they called the blind man. He cheerfully got up, threw away that which he was sitting on, and went forward to Jesus. And Jesus asked him, "What do you want from me?" The blind man said, "Rabbi, I want to see." Jesus said, "Go thy way, thy faith has healed thee." And straight away he went. Just want to add this to our awardees, that diligence with persistence will produce excellence. Diligence with persistence will produce excellence. This man had a problem. What was his situation? He was crippled. He was blind. He was unable to see. So because of that, he had to be begging. But he heard that Jesus was passing. Many of you are studying and you have situations that are challenging to you. But the consistency is this: he heard that Jesus was passing and he endeavored to get his attention. You're studying, it is challenging, but you know that there's a brighter picture and you're striving towards it. Not only that, he was persistent because they told him to stop, they rebuked him, but because he wanted something that would have enabled him to move from begging, he pursued it. Continue to pursue. Because of your perseverance, you're sitting here to be acknowledged for your hard work. But not only that, his perseverance paid off because he got Jesus' attention. Your hard work is paying off because you have got the attention from those who are set to teach you, to help you to grow. They have seen your hard work and it is paying off. Continue to pursue excellence because you will be seen and recognized by great people. Continue to strive for excellence. Again, diligence with persistence will produce excellence. Can we just bow our heads today? Eternal and Heavenly Father, we thank you that we can meet in this fashion to give you glory, to give you honor. Master, we thank you that even now you have allowed us to live to see this day. Father, I pray that throughout the proceedings, Master, you will be glorified and everything will be done orderly. Father, I pray that you'll cover the awardees. They have put in the work and now they are being acknowledged. Father, let it also propel to those who are not being awarded today, that they will have something to strive for. I place them in your hand. Keep us, Lord, as I commit this service to you in Jesus' name.
Though brief, what a powerful word. Diligence with persistence will produce excellence. What better place to produce this excellence than this school with its motto, in pursuit of excellence? Despite how appreciated you look and feel, Old Harbour High School style, we must formally welcome you. The task belongs to our Senior Vice Principal, Mrs. Barbara Graham, and I now invite her to offer welcome. Mrs. Graham.
A wonderful afternoon, everyone. It's indeed a privilege to be here, and it's a privilege to offer this welcome to our awards ceremony of 2021. Now, awards and prizes are marks of recognition, and they're given in honor of achievement. They're a way to encourage academic and behavioral excellence and to inculcate, where needed, a competitive spirit. For this reason, our school organizes on an annual basis an awards ceremony in order to encourage our students. Today, I feel privileged and honored to stand here to acknowledge the achievements of our wonderfully resilient students who have made both the school and their parents proud. Each year, we recognize these amazing young talents who have made an immense contribution, not just to our school, Old Harbour High, but also to society. They exhibit qualities that will not only help them to achieve their goals, but will also bring not much needed recognition to our school. We celebrate these achievements, and we also give due regard to the values and the morals inculcated in these young persons that cause them to exemplify. These morals include optimism, loyalty, discipline, honor, humility, ambition, responsibility, and some others, as well as a zeal for learning. I'd like to introduce to you some of these students. Student 1, Student A, entered our institution from a neighborhood primary school. He had ordinary grades and was considered nothing special. Every year, however, our students' average improved, and he experienced the joy of seeing success from his hard work. He became president of the Students' Council, captain of the school's challenge quiz team, and one of our top achievers in his year. He later went on to study at the University of the West Indies and continues to study today for a medical degree. Student B, that student entered our school from a prestigious prep school, didn't think we were too much, entered with good grades, and because she didn't think we were too much, in the first year she didn't do very well. She, however, had parental support and encouragement from her teachers, and therefore she intensified her focus on success. Today, she's completing her final year at university. Student C, from a depressed community, considered a troubled child. Since grade 9, however, he has received an award every single year for academic excellence. Student D has been on the principal's honor roll every single year since grade 9 when she transferred to Old Harbour High School. She has copped many prizes at all the awards ceremonies that she has been present at. This student will not give up, and she continues to be at the top of her game. What did you notice about all those students I mentioned? Yes, they were ordinary persons from ordinary backgrounds, but they made themselves extraordinary by applying themselves, and rewards did come. That leads to another point. Our school truly believes that a good education plays a crucial role in building a future for our children. Therefore, we are committed, and I must say totally committed, to providing an atmosphere to you, our students, where you can all imbibe good values and learn new things every single day. On this important occasion, we get the opportunity to celebrate the success of those students who imbibe these values and learn new things, and who achieve through sheer hard work and perseverance, both on their part and on the part of their parents. And at this point, I pause to salute you students and to salute your parents for the hard work that brought you here. Also, we'd like to say to those students who are not collecting prizes today, don't lose hope. This is not the end of everything. There will be many more opportunities to improve your mettle. School award ceremonies are just the beginning. Many of you know President George Bush, and it was he who said, he used this inspirational quote. He said, to those who received honors, awards, and distinctions, I say, well done. And to the C student, I say, you too can become President of the United States. I say to you students, your time will come, but when it does come, grab the opportunity and grab it with both hands. At this point, I want to introduce to you those persons who have joined us and who are supporters of the school and those who will contribute to our program today. We start off with our Custos Rotalorum of St. Catherine and chairman of the Old Harbour High School Board of Governors, Mrs. Iselin Golding, who we are sure has joined us online. Welcome to Pastor Ricardo Edwards, who did our invocation today. A hearty welcome to other members of the school board of Old Harbour High School who are present with us. And these persons include our chairman for today, Mrs. Dacia Rowe Logan, member of the school board. Our guest speaker, Dr. Wilmore Webley, an esteemed past student and someone who will motivate us today. Our principal, Mr. Linton Ware. Our vice principal, Mrs. Florence Rankine. Mrs. Kedist Wint Davis is the PTA representative, and later today we will hear from her. We will also hear today from one of our students who is an achiever, student representative, Master Troy Sims. Welcome also to members of staff, that is our academic, administrative, and ancillary staff. And welcome to those members who, although being retired, have joined us. I cannot leave out on this occasion our generous sponsors, and they are with us, most of them online. I see also in the audience some parents. Welcome to you. Without your support, our award ceremony may not have been possible. I want you all to put your hands together for those persons. Welcome to our award ceremony. You will notice that I didn't mention the students because I want to leave that for last. Our students are the reason we are here. They have achieved, and I want you now to put a special welcome, a special hand together for our students, the achievers of Old Harbour High School. Thank you very much. And now it is time for me to hand over to our chairman for the day, our staff representative, Mrs. Dacia Rowe Logan. Welcome her, please.
Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. Colin Powell. Dr. Wilmore Webley, Doctor of Pre-Med and Pre-Health, University of Massachusetts. Our chairman, Mrs. Iselin Golding, who is unavoidably absent this afternoon as she's engaged in civic duties pertaining to our office as Custos of St. Catherine. Mr. Linton Ware, Principal, members of staff of the Old Harbour High School, Reverend Ricardo Edwards, Miss Kedis Davis, PTA Representative, Mr. Troy Sims, Student Representative, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to you all. Education is indeed the game changer, and we are committed to providing our students with the necessary tools for them to realize their goals. Despite the many challenges that we faced with internet connectivity and lack of devices during this pandemic, our students have shown resilience, persevered, and excelled in various subject areas. It is an honor and privilege for me to welcome you to our virtual award ceremony 2021. Today, we celebrate the hard work and achievement of our students. This yearly award ceremony is among the most treasured events of the school year, as it gives us the opportunity to reflect on the performance of our students in the previous academic year and share the achievements with our students and parents. It also gives us the opportunity to motivate our students to excel. We are grateful to the many sponsors who have made this event a reality. Because of their contributions, we are able to host this function this afternoon. Teachers, parents, and guardians, you too played an integral part in the success that our students are celebrating this afternoon. Continue to encourage them in their pursuit of excellence. I sincerely hope that you will enjoy the ceremony this afternoon, and thank you for your participation. I now invite our principal, Mr. Ware, to give his address. Please make Mr. Ware welcome.
Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Dacia Rowe Logan,
Chairman of the Old Harbour High School Board of Governors, the Honorable Costas Rotolorum, Mrs. Iselin Golden, who is unavoidable absent today, our guest speaker for this afternoon's function, Dr. Wilmore Webley, Director of Pre-Med and Pre-Health Advising the University of Massachusetts, representative of the Board of Governors, awardees, members of staff, other members of the student body, parents, family members, friends, associates, and well-wishers, individuals in Zoom land. Good afternoon to you all, and welcome to this, another year of celebration of excellence at the Old Harbour High School. As usual, we express thanks to the Almighty for His continued blessing on us and for His favor as we continue to reap academic and other successes as individuals and as a school in this COVID-19 pandemic. Students of the Old Harbour High School, this has indeed been a challenging year. You face the closure of school, the uncertainties related to when our CSEC and CAPE students would sit their examinations, the modality of the examinations, and the new norm of remote teaching and learning. Despite these challenges, you have all demonstrated persistence and perseverance, revealing that hope is the light in all of us that cannot be extinguished, even in the face of adversities. Today, as we gather to recognize and reward the hard work of our students, their parents, their teachers, and all those make up their support system, resulting in a program like this. We use the opportunity to say thanks to everyone who played a role in these students' success. Academic excellence and character development are linked together, and Old Harbour High School continues to provide our students with the best of opportunities to own their skills. These boys and girls being honored this afternoon have given credence to the saying, discipline is doing what you have to do when you have to do it, whether you feel like doing it or not. Ask them how many times they studied when they didn't want to, but had to even though they did not feel to. Ask them. For those who have excelled in sports, our coaches will tell you, and the students themselves will testify, that they would have gone through rigorous training, on-par commitment, and endurance. This has taught them life lessons and helped them to develop valuable character traits. In life, positive attitude can make the difference between losing and winning, as this positive attitude leads one to never give up and to press ahead against all odds. You may be tempted to ask, who gets the glory? The answer, we all do. But who feels the pain? They did. Ask them what it feels like to miss a chance to compete because they miss it by a fraction of a second. Ask them. Ask all of them, and any student what it feels like to fail an exam by 1 mark. But they are here today as winners, and winners of the highest caliber. Certainly not give up, because they are here today, and I am sure it is not because they score high on every test and exam or won every event. Through their discipline and resilience, they learn to translate their failure into simple another opportunity to start all over again. But this time, more intelligently. My awardees, you can let the audience know when I start lying about you. Audience, let us pause to applaud the discipline and resilience of these outstanding young achievers. Every student will face both winning and losing. Our students must learn to deal with both and learn from them. Use the situation with the student from Boys Champs who stopped prematurely before the race was finished. We must teach our students to measure personal and institutional level of excellence against their own best standards, to win or lose with honor, to learn to accept decisions made by administrators and teachers, and do what is right. Winning is a good thing, but we must not win at the expense of others or at the expense of our character. A good academic program is incomplete without caring educators and coaches. Among us today are teachers and coaches who have continued to model their passion for academics and sports and integrate character development through their coaching. I commend the parents who strive to bring out the best in their children through their continued support and interests. These parents practically run alongside their children as they encourage and challenge them. Parents and guardians, big brothers, big sisters, or friends, and all those who continue to help and guide our students into excellence, we thank you. You young achievers, I cannot close without impressing upon you the need to recognize, thank, and appreciate the place and the role of God in your personal life and future endeavors. Always, always appreciate that God is the one who gives you life and this talent. He is the one who opens and closes doors of opportunity in every individual's life. Don't you ever forget. Find time to pray. Find time to read the Bible. Find time to live for God and others. Do not only remember Him in your situations that might be bad. Get to know Him. Ask Him to open and close doors in your life that suits Him, as when they suit Him, you are fine. That's fine. In closing, let me again applaud the effort of everyone who have made this program possible. I assure you that this prize-giving ceremony is an important avenue through which student-centered and value-driven education is celebrated. I am encouraging you that the students who will not receive awards this year will definitely receive awards next year. Therefore, take the baton and run with pride. I leave with you this quotation from Franklin Roosevelt. It reads, "To reach a port you must sail. Sail, not tied to anchor. Sail, not drift. Sail." To this end, team of awardees, teachers, coaches, parents, friends, well-wishers, this afternoon I implore each one of you to do nothing but sail. I thank you, and may God continue to richly endow you with His blessings. God bless you, and God bless Old Harbour High School.
thank you, Mr. Ware, for reminding us that if we persist, we can succeed, and that our success should not be as a result of our success should not be at the expense of others. At this time, we'll now have expressions from Troy Sims, student representative, followed by Miss Kedis Wint, PTA representative.
Good day to all. Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Dacia Rowe Logan. Guest speaker, Dr. Wilmore Webley. Members of the board and staff of Old Harbour High School. Parents, guardians, well-wishers, students. A pleasant good morning to you all. Let me hope that the members of my audience, physical and virtual, and in particular, you awardees, will find the activities of this prestigious ceremony gratifying. Special thanks to you all for participating in this annual ceremony, which was established to recognize those of us who have demonstrated excellence in academics and extracurricular activities. I applaud us all for our hard work. COVID-19 has daunted but has not broken us. So I say congrats to you all. I hope that this award ceremony will not just allow some students to take home an award, but it will inspire all our students to give off their best and strive to achieve excellence. To those students who are not among the list of awardees, I encourage you to push yourselves because there is no limit to that which you can achieve, and no one but yourself can hinder your progress. Let me express a comprehensive gratitude to all individuals who contributed to this occasion. Our parents, guardians, teachers, other members of staff, and students of this great institution. A special commendation to you, our sponsors, for affording our token. I am positive that your contribution will not go in vain. Let me again say, congrats to you, our awardees. Congrats. To all my colleague students, I say, dream big and never underestimate the power of your dream. Like it has happened today, rewards for great work is imminent. So I encourage you to work hard. Thank you for your time. Yes.
Honorable Custos Rotalorum, Mistress Iselin Golding, and the Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Old Harbour High School, Member of the Clergy, Reverend Ricardo Edwards, other members of the School Board, Guest Speaker Dr. Wilmore Webley, Principal Mr. Linton Ware, Vice Principals Mistress Barbara Graham and Mistress Florence Rankin, members of the academic, administrative, and ancillary staff, sponsors, esteemed parents, other relatives, noble awardees, friends, spectators, here and on the virtual platform. pleasant afternoon. I am a lover of biology. So, as I thought about all of us present here today, I said to myself, what a fascinating body. Yes, we are all one body. You are aware that some of the key organs of the body include the brain, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, sense organs, or limbs, which are our hands and feet. Help me in exploring and locating these vital organs among us as I bring you greetings from the Parent Teachers Association. This is a joyful occasion. We may not have drums, guitars, sounding brass, or tinkling cymbals, but we have our hands and our voices, and we will utilize them as we celebrate today. Administrative staff, academic staff, you are like the brain. You coordinate activities and process information to be disseminated to students. You also give instructions and appropriate responses to needs and changes detected among the student population. I ask that you join me in just appreciating them with a round of applause. Parents, you are like the art, or should I say, we are like the art. We pump the resources and the materials needed by the students, the money, the food, the books, the uniforms, the gadgets, the love, and the care. Could you put your hands together for the parents? Relatives, friends, and auxiliary staff, you are like the lungs. You help in supplying additional support, which is like oxygen. The support you give boosts the energy level of students and us as parents. Clergy? The clergy and the guidance counselors, you are like the kidneys. You help to filter out unwanted toxic behaviors, thoughts among our students. You endeavor to purify our children through talks, visits, and prayers. Very essential things, I must say. Students, you are like the sense organs and the limbs. Awardees, you actualize visions. You make visions reality. You gather information from your surrounding, assimilate it, reproduce it, and sometimes enhance it. You make movement possible and bring about actions. Through you, evidence of what is transpiring within the body, behind the scenes, is displayed. Awardees, with Pitney, you today turn the things that we dream about into reality. Today, you have taken us to a place of excitement, pure jubilee, awe, and satisfaction. We, the PTA, is extremely proud to be a part of this body. And I know that you are all proud to be a part of this body as well. At this time, I just ask you to put your hands together to this rhythm. And you're going to sing for me, my body, and I will just fit in a description after it. So let's go. Wow. Like this. My body, my. Okay, go ahead. Ready? My body, my hardworking body, my brilliant body, my talented body, my ambitious body, my excellent body. The Old Harbour High School, we salute you. Indeed, we are an extraordinary body. Do enjoy the rest of the program.
All right, while we continue to dream big, let us remember to work hard, and that ambition is the path to success, and persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. At this time, I'm going to invite the music department, followed by Ashanti Jones, who will give an introduction to the guest speaker.
Testing, testing.
Right, check 1, 2.
Testing. Visions that can change the world, trapped inside an ordinary girl. She looks just like me, too afraid to dream out loud. And though it's sad for your idea, it won't make sense to everybody. You need courage now if you're gonna persevere.
To fulfill divine purpose, you gotta answer when you're called. So don't be afraid to face the world against all odds. Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. It's something deep inside,
Keeps inspiring you to try. Don't stop.
and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up. Every victory comes in time. Work today to change tomorrow. It gets easier now. Who's to say that you can fly?
Every step you take, it gets closer to your destination. You can feel it now. Don't you know you're almost there?
To fulfill divine purpose, you gotta answer when you're called. So don't be afraid to face the world against all
don't stop.
And never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give
A stumbling block in your way, but you gotta keep the faith. Reap what's deep inside your heart to fly.
and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't
Who
give
holds the pieces to complete the puzzle? The answer that can solve the mystery. Yay. The key that can unlock your understanding. It's all inside of you. You have everything you need. Oh, so
the dream alive. Don't let it die. If something deep inside keeps inspiring you
To try, don't stop.
and never give up. Don't ever give up on you.
sometimes life can place a stumbling block in your way, but you gotta keep the faith. Reap what's deep inside your heart to light.
And never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up.
Oh no, 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 no.
Don't give up.
Oh no, 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 no.
Don't give up.
So nice, we gotta do it twice. Woo!
Let me acknowledge and greet Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Dacia Roll Logan, specially invited guests, Principal Mr. Linton Ware, and other members of the school board, members of the Old Harbour High School family, parents, guardians, students, and well-wishers. The pleasure is mine to introduce to you our keynote speaker for this prestigious event, our annual awards ceremony. Our guest speaker is originally from Dry Hill District in the Bellas Gate area of St. Catherine. He is the first member of his family to complete high school, having graduated from Old Harbour High School in 1989. He is also the pioneer in his family for a college education, which he started at Northern Caribbean University. There, he obtained a bachelor's degree in medical technology. He continued his education at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where he qualified himself with a master's and
a doctorate of philosophy in microbiology. With its in-depth qualification, our guest speaker is currently employed at the University of Massachusetts Amherst as the Associate Dean of the Office of Inclusion and Engagement in the Graduate School. Among his numerous accolades are a Fulbright Scholar, Manning Prize for Excellence Award, and the University of Massachusetts Community Service Award. This energetic, eloquent, and experienced noble gentleman, coupled with his continued interaction with young people and his continued sponsorship for our awards ceremony, makes him the ideal choice as our keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow awardees, please help me welcome from Massachusetts, USA, Dr. Wilmore Webley. It's over to you, Dr. Webley.
It is great to be with you today. Principal Linton Weir, Vice Principals Mrs. Florence Rankin and Mrs. Barbara Graham, the Board Chair, Honorable Custis Rotalorum, Mrs. Iceland Golden, who is absent today, other members of the Board, Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Stacia Rowe Logan, dedicated teachers and staff, custodians, current and past students who are watching, parents and distinguished honorees, I bring you warm greetings from a rather cool Massachusetts today at about 2 degrees Celsius. Today, we honor and celebrate each of you awardees for the academic accomplishments that have brought you here. This ceremony recognizes the achievements of our most academically accomplished students, as well as the family and friends and teachers who support you through the challenges you have faced and overcome. So congratulations to each and to all of you. It is an absolute privilege and a joy for me to be asked to be your guest speaker on this important occasion. You have to understand where I'm coming from to fully appreciate the emotions I feel today. You see, I was born in the small district 13 miles northwest of Old Harbour called Dry Hill, 3 miles outside of Bellas Gate. My parents were small farmers, and I grew up helping to take care of the animals, looking firewood, getting water from the spring before walking 3 miles or so to school. I, like the rest of my siblings, walked barefooted until we were about 12 or so years old. We often missed school to harvest coffee and cocoa beans or prepare land for the planting season. We were too poor to afford new clothes or shoes on a regular basis. So my mother would use the white flour bags, and you have to be old enough to know when flour bags were cloth, to patch our tattered clothes, making us the target of quite a lot of ridicule quite often. Lunch at school at the time cost 20 cents, but most of the times we couldn't afford it. So my mom would boil some bananas and custard from coconut, and she would meet us halfway with it under a mango tree, where we would sit and eat and drink some water, or if it was a good week, we would have lemonade. And we would run back to school to play with our friends before the bell rang. When my dad tried to enroll me at Old Harbour High School, the registrar at the time would not have it. You see, I had failed my common entrance exam twice. Although I was doing well in school academically, we did not have the funds for me to take the extra lessons consistently in preparation for the exam. My parents made a decision that they would invest in me. Although I was not the oldest child of their 8 children. The registrar vehemently opposed my enrollment. I remember clearly as my dad went up to the little window to make his case, her voice rose as she admonished him to take me back to all-age school in Bellisgate, where I would finish 9th grade. I was embarrassed for my dad and just wanted to leave. However, my dad kept going back, and for 4 days, we woke up, took the 3-mile walk to Bellisgate, took a taxi, and took the 10-mile journey back to Old Harbour, trying to persuade her to give me a chance. Your motto, your theme today is get going, keep moving, hurdle your challenges. My father was hurdling his challenges so that I would have an opportunity to hurdle mine on the right track. I was finally enrolled and started classes 5 days late. I traveled every day by taxi to and from school. When I was on the morning shift, I had to wake up at 4 a.m. just to make it to school on time. When I was on the evening shift, sometimes I did not reach home until after 10 p.m. because taxis would rather take adults who pay full fare. I have walked many times from Old Harbour almost to Boys Content. And I have walked from Boys Content many times home in Bellisgate because that was the farthest that I could get a taxi. Even at that age, I realized that these were just challenges that I had to overcome if I was going to reach my destination. Someone said, opportunity will knock, but it will not pick a lock. And I had to make sure that this opportunity was not squandered. You have to get going. You have to keep moving. You have to hurdle your challenges if you're going to succeed. So today, I am here filled with joy and pride and some sense of nostalgia. As I contemplated your theme and what to say today, it dawned on me that I am not a spring chicken anymore. Approximately 32 years ago, I had the privilege to graduate from Old Harbour High School, completing my grades 9 to 11 education there. I must confess that my time there was characterized by a mixture of highs and lows. I remember my first math exam, Mr. Clark's class. I got 20%, showing me that I was not prepared for the level of math that students there were accustomed to. I had to spend more time retooling and studying just to get up to the standards that have already been set. The fact that I ended up with a distinction in CXC math, became head boy and valedictorian, is a testament to the excellence of the teachers that Old Harbour High School has become known for. I remember Miss White, her insistence on outstanding English grammar. I remember the vast lessons that she taught us from the book Animal Farm, and how she would drill us with her glasses just at the tip of her nose. I remember Mr. Clark's math classes as he walked in with his chalk in his hand, and he is still the cockiest math teacher I've ever met, but he knew his stuff. I remember Mr. Miller's biology classes and Miss Charles's chemistry classes that cultivated a love of science in me. But I also remember being ridiculed because the shoes I was wearing was so ugly. You see, my parents could not afford to buy me shoes for school. So my dad gave me a pair of shoes that someone had taken from England for him. Need I say more? These high-heeled shoes were so ugly, and I tried everything to destroy them so that somebody would take pity on me to give me a new pair, but you know English shoes, they don't break easily. Education, mentoring, guidance, and motivation I received there set me on a trajectory that has brought me here today. Old Harbour High School has been a lighthouse for guiding many like me to places that are higher than our wildest dreams could ever have taken us, under the motto, in pursuit of excellence. And it is great to see that you are being honored today for carrying on that tradition of excellence. I commend Principal Weir, an alum like myself, for taking up the mantle and leading Old Harbour High School to its current position of excellence and prominence. Well done, sir. You and your staff and your teachers and all who keep up the grounds and keep the place looking great are to be commended. You have been asked, honorees, to learn under the most trying circumstances I think we have faced as a planet in over 100 years. For the past 18 months or so, your learning has been repeatedly interrupted with lockdowns, remote learning, technology issues, and all the other challenges that come with living through a global pandemic. Yet, you have found a way to get going each morning, to keep moving through the day and hurdling your challenges day after day, week after week, and month after month. I am impressed by your resilience and your courage. I am heartened by your ingenuity and hopeful for the future because of your creativity. I commend your parents for being there with you, for keeping supporting you so that you could achieve at the highest level. Sports connoisseurs maintain a keen interest in the 400 meters hurdles race because it showcases not just athletic prowess, but strategic thinking of the highest order and remarkable mental stamina. You see, a regular 400 meters race is always a great race to watch. It involves speed, it involves stamina, but from the starting point to the finish line, it is an uninterrupted race. Not so in the hurdles. You see, in the 400 meters hurdles, the runners must leap or glide over the 10 barriers, 2 feet high for women, 3 feet high for men. And these hurdles are placed 35 meters apart. You have to realize as honorees, and those watching who would like to be honorees next year, that life is never a smooth run. You will encounter intermittent barriers along the way. Nobody gets to live a hurdle-free life. The moment you start sprinting confidently, life throws up nasty surprises in the form of challenges, unexpected setbacks, reverses, and losses. Today, everything might be going well, and tomorrow, your parents split out, or you get some bad news about your health. Someone in the family gets sick, and you need to help to take care of them at home. Bad habits, bad breaks, unresolved mental challenges are all the issues you must successfully hurdle along the way. You have to develop a rhythm of how to deal with them without losing sight of the finish line. Good hurdlers must pace their sprints between the hurdles to ensure effortless jumping over the barriers. For men, the gold standard is 13 strides, and for women, 15 strides between hurdles for the 400 meters. They practice a lot to achieve a regular rhythm so that the body adapts to this chosen strides automatically. As you are learning to hurdle, almost everyone sprints up to the hurdle, then slow almost to a stop before negotiating their way over it. This happens over and over and over. But over time, these athletes learn to lift their bodies at the right height. They learn to hurdle quickly, get back to sprinting. Hurdling takes a lot of practice, and you must put in time if you're going to reap the reward. Focusing too much on the hurdles will cause a hurdler to lose the race. You see, the hurdle or obstacle must be taken in stride. We must expect the obstacles in our paths and learn to take time to just stride over them as well. Life is filled with all types of hurdles and obstacles. Some are of our own making. Sometimes we cause problems for ourselves, and some are thrust upon us by this broken world that we live in. If we become consumed by our faults and struggles and take our gaze off the finish line, we will never win the race. Sometimes hurdlers lose their concentration and pay too much attention to those around them. Each of us is also susceptible to the risk of being misled by close friends, family members, by television and social media on a wide array of topics from politics to religion to morality. If that happens, you run the risk of losing the race. So stay focused as you hurdle your challenges. It is a fact that we can never plan for all events in life. At the same time, regular habits and routines will help us cope with the unexpected challenges. A healthy diet, exercise, and good sleep will take care of the physical health. For sound mental health, we need to build good relationships and practice forgiveness and gratefulness. We need to take the core values of your school seriously, that of optimism and loyalty, discipline and humility, ambition and responsibility, bravery and objectivity, unity and respect, honesty and innovation, generosity and honor. These are all important if you're going to effectively hurdle life's challenges. There's a reason that hurdles are considered running events rather than jumping events. Mike Rosenbaum puts it this way: reduced to simple terms, the ideal hurdler will basically run the 100 or 400 meters while taking what amounts to long gliding strides over each hurdle. The competitors will spend as little time in the air as possible. They'll get their feet back on the ground quickly after clearing each hurdle. Then they will continue running with consistent strides so they can clear the next obstacle just as smoothly as the last. As some coaches like to say, a hurdles event is a sprint race with a few small barriers along the way. Hurdling is a continuous action. There is no time to sit idly by, waiting for something to happen to you. Sometimes in order to win life's race and to survive and flourish, radical shifts in attitude and behavior are necessary. We all have a dominant hand. I'm left-handed, most people are right-handed. Runners of hurdles also have a dominant foot that they use to jump over the hurdles. However, a simple change in your sprint strides in between hurdles will cause you to use a different foot to hop over the barriers. That typically results in disasters. So hurdlers are trained to become ambidextrous with their legs. They often crash over the hurdles and endure physical pain while trying to change their dominant foot and balance the non-dominant one. However, the change is the only constant in life. Even though drastic change can be painful because it dissipates our comfort zones and thought patterns and learned behaviors, change is sometimes necessary to help us to prepare well. Sometimes we have to leave an abusive partner or migrate to a new parish or even a new country in search of a better job. Sometimes we'll have to change our friendship circle or have the courage to launch out into the deep alone. These are radical changes, but they will improve our well-being in the future. In life, it's our responsibility to actualize our strengths and give our very best shot, whatever the situation might be. Our failure to realize our potential is a huge loss to society, is a huge loss of talent, and robs the world of the greatness that you have the ability to impart. Jack London, in his famous poem, said, "I'd rather be ashes than dust. I'd rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than it should be stifled by dry rot. I'd rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent plant. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time." In other words, life should be lived to its fullest. Take action, not a backseat. Don't be just stagnant observer. Be proactive and reach the finish line. Learning to hurdle involves strategy and training. You need your coaches to help you navigate all of this. Your amazing teachers there at Old Harbour High School are integral in this process. Never take a teacher for granted. Good teachers are essential as you prepare for life's challenges. Their expertise, life experiences, tenacity, patience, and dedication are indispensable to your success. Cherish them. Let them know you appreciate them and celebrate them every chance you get. Despite good training, though, and many past successes, some hurdlers occasionally stumble and fall onto the track. We have been trained not to fail. We know well the pitfalls to avoid, yet we often succumb to doing things that cause us to fall and hurt ourselves. We stumble over criticism and those who say we will never succeed. I heard it many times. We stumble and fall over lies that are told on us. We stumble and fall over people's predictions that we will never be anything important. We sometimes stumble over our own disguises as we try to be someone who we're not. However, a good track coach teaches the hurdler that many races are won between the final hurdle and the finish tape. So pick yourself up and run. Clear the last hurdle and cross the finish line of success for your community, for your family, and for yourself. Don't ever stay down. Someone wrote that our greatest glory consists not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. The world awaits your contribution, so prepare well and never give up. Marianne Williamson, great author, said our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others, end quote. I admonish you to strive for excellence in everything you do. If a man writes a better book, preaches a better sermon, or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, though he builds his house deep in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. Finally, all of your successes will mean nothing outside of serving God, who gives life, liberty, and sustaining power. In my final year at Old Harbour High School, I became baptized at the Old Harbour Seventh-day Adventist Church. This single decision has changed my life completely. Serving God is the best decision I have ever made. It has made me a better scientist, a better teacher, a better father, a better son, a better husband, a better brother to my siblings, and a better citizen of this planet. One day, after we have cleared our last hurdle or obstacle in this race of life, I pray that we can make the final sprint to the finish line, fall into the arms of Jesus and proclaim, as Paul did in 2 Timothy 4:7, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award me on that day, and not to me only, but to all who have longed for his appearing. Congratulations, awardees, and may God continue to bless each of you richly, and may God continue to bless Old Harbour High School. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Webley. Thank you for sharing your story with us, and I'm sure that our students have been inspired and motivated to succeed. And thank you also for reminding us that the journey to success is not a smooth one, and we'll always hurdle our challenges. At this time, I ask Suri Torp to come forward to give thanks to Dr. Webley. Then we'll have an item from Tiffany Winter, followed by a motivational presentation by Ms. Beckler.
Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Dacia Rowe-Logan, invited guests, members of the Board of Governors, staff, and students of Old Harbour High School, parents, guardians, and well-wishers, a splendid afternoon to you all. Among the positives of COVID-19 is the increase in virtual communication. This allows us, for the first time, to have our guest speaker address us virtually. And what an address it has been. Dr. Webley, on behalf of the members of the Old Harbour High School family, especially our awardees, I now express our profound thanks to you for participating in our annual award ceremony. Firstly, thanks for taking time from your busy schedule to address us. Secondly, thanks for the upliftment that you brought through your accomplishments and, of course, your spoken words. We are especially inspired as you shared your own story of challenges, growth, and success. You are truly a mentor. Your presentation will undoubtedly motivate us to hurdle our challenges. We will find this resonating presentation impactful as we navigate our own path of success. Dr. Webley, your token of appreciation will remain here with us at Old Harbour High School until you visit us. Let me hope that this will be in the near future. Again, special thanks to you for your impactful presence and participation. I thank you.
Mic check. Ooh, there's an hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer. If you reach into your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then an hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast the fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth, that an hero lies in you. It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. You can find love if you search within yourself, and that emptiness you felt will disappear. Oh yeah. Then an hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast the fears aside, and you know you can survive. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth, that an hero lies in you. Lord knows dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone take them away. Just hold on, there will be tomorrow, 'cause in time you'll find a way. Then an hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast the fears aside, and you know you can survive. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth, that an hero lies in you. That an hero lies in you. That an hero lies in you.
Thank you, Tiffany, for that beautiful song. We are inspired, and I'm sure persons who did not make the awards list this year will find inspiration in those persons who will be receiving awards. We'll now have Miss Beckford with a motivational item. Okay, at this time I'll ask the great
Hi, boys and girls. My name is Althea Clark, and I'm here to give you an acronym for the word encourage. E, encourage yourselves and others. N, never give up. C is for courage, keep it. O is for overcomer, that's who you are. U is for unique, and that's how God made you. R is for rare, just like a gem. A is for action. Be a doer of the word and not just a hearer. G, godly, a must-have attitude. And E is for everlasting. Everlasting life is what you will have with God. Be encouraged today. Stay encouraged, and God will be with you forever. Have a good day.
Hi guys, I have a story to share with you, something I experienced, and I hope that this will motivate you through your difficult time. It was about 1994. I was in grade 11 at St. Catherine High School, and one morning my mother was faced with a tough decision to make, which of her 5 kids was she gonna send out to school that morning, because she had about $3 to her name, just enough to send one of us to school. So she decided between me and my sister Melissa, who followed me, to decide to send me, 16-year-old at that time. So I walked from home to St. Catherine High School, which was Tarspin at the time, and that was about a 30-minute walk, 20-30 minutes, easy walk, regular thing. And as I walked, I said, Father God, you have to go provide some lunch for me today. And I just forgot about it and went to school, did the morning session, and it was lunchtime. 11 o'clock was lunchtime at St. Catherine High School. And when lunchtime came, my lunch fell from the sky, and I was a little shy to go and ask anybody. So I got out of the classroom not to be around everybody eating them patty and go for bread and feeling more hungry. I was only lucky enough to find one half-ripe papaya. Half side of it turned, half side green. And I pick the papaya. And looking around to make sure nobody not see me, I sat down in the papaya farm. The grass was high, so nobody really could see me. And I decided to eat the papaya, but I have a knife. I'm going to peel it. So I decided to buy my teeth. I have to use and peel the papaya. Yeah, man. So I peel it with my teeth and eat the papaya. I remember right now, I said papaya was kind of crunchy and tasted a little bit sweet and stiny. I enjoyed the papaya. As I'm telling the story now, I'm feeling very emotional because it was a tough day. And I ate the papaya and my belly full, ready for class. Go back to class, finish the day, 2:30. Everybody gone home. I'm in the classroom studying my maths and my physics and on the blackboard, doing everything. Needless to say, at the end of grade 11, I graduated the top science student from St. Catherine High School. Went on a couple years later to the med school. And, you know, about 7 years to 8 years after that day, I graduated a medical doctor from University of West Indies. Listen, I didn't give up through hunger and pain and stress. I made it, and today I'm living my dream. Some of you have got through a difficult time right now in pursuit of your goals and your dream. It took me 8 years from that point. Some of you might be 5, might be 10, might be 20. It doesn't matter, but guess what? You're gonna make it. You know why you're gonna make it? Because you're not gonna give up. You're gonna tough it out. You're gonna work hard through the hunger and the pain and the stress. I could have turned to crime, I could have given up. Did none of that. You are not going to do any of that. You're going to continue working, praying, believing, trusting the process of hard work and using your mental capacity to get you to where you want to go. Listen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Here it is, we are now in our awards function. This year awards function is quite different from the other awards functions that we would have had in the past. In the past, having our awards function, we were in the physical space. This time around, we're not in the physical space. This time around, we're faced with COVID-19. That by itself is a challenge. Quite a number of our students have not been benefiting from the face-to-face operation, and because we're not able to benefit from face-to-face, online has been posing a lot of problems to our young people. Here it is, our young people, you or young people. Some of you, you're not online for one reason or another. We recognize there are students who have challenges as it relates to device issue. Individuals having challenges as it relates to internet challenges. With those challenges, that by itself is a serious problem for you or young people. But here it is, this year we have decided that we should put together a theme that we operate under, in that of us hurdling our challenges. So despite the different challenges that we might face, despite the different challenges you are facing, it is very, very important that we earn your challenges. I remember when I was going to school, I had my own personal challenges. And quite a number of my challenges, it has to do with finances, it has to do with books, it has to do with resources for school. But nonetheless, I was able to earn my challenges. And in earning my challenges, just look at me now, in terms of my accomplishment. And I'm saying to you or young people, similarly, I would have faced those challenges and I was able to hurdle them. I am saying to you, you can also hurdle your challenges. And one of the things that we know about challenges is that when we are faced with challenges, that is the time that we're able to dig deep within ourselves. And when we dig deep in ourselves, we're able to come up with solutions to the different problems that we might face. I am saying to you young people, let us dig deep within ourselves. And in digging deep in ourselves, I am sure, under God, we will be able to come up with the different solutions so that we'll be able to navigate our way through high school so that we can move into college, move into university, and then we'll be able to make our mark on society. And here it is in Jamaica. We want to have a better Jamaica, but for us to have a better Jamaica, it means that all of us will have to be educated. I want for you to understand clearly that the vehicle out of poverty is education. Get education. Let us all be a part of the vision of educating ourselves, because once we are educated, then we'll be able to change the landscape of Jamaica land we love. I wish you the very, very best. God bless you. God bless Old Harbour High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Beckford, for those different pieces of inspirational clips that were shared with us this afternoon. At this time, we'll have the presentation of awards. I ask the grade 7 supervisors to come forward.
Yeah. 7-time fall, 10-time rise. Yes, I opened my eyes, and now I see the sun. Yeah, and I will. No holding back, no giving in. No, no, 'cause I know I was born.
Pleasant afternoon to those who are with us physically and those who are here with us virtually. I am Christine Holness, one of the grade 7 supervisor. Ladies and gentlemen, now for the moment that we're all gathered, the presentation of awardees. These students receive 75% average in subject areas and overall academic performance. It is a pleasure and honor to perform this duty to present them to you. But first, grant me permission to offer my own congratulations to the awardees. Awardees, please be reminded that it is just the beginning of your accomplishment and the hard work must continue to achieve your intended goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the awardees for grade 7 for the academic year 2020-2021. First, I present Brianna Allen for Integrated Science. Akil Buchanan for Physical Education. Kishka K. Davis for Spanish. Brittany Elwood for years average and English literature. Cheyenne Frey for home and family. Devon Gibson for library skills. Amelia McKnight music. Adam McNutt for years average, business basic, French, industrial technique, and social studies. Nicholas Nelson for years average and Caribbean history. Daniela Prince, design arts and information technology. Ziwadi Ranger for English language. DeAndre Scott for geography. Amanda Scully for years average and drama. Kayana Smith for Spanish and religious education. Alicia Watts for agriculture science. And finally, Malik Wright for mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the awardees for grade 7. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Leighton Thomas, one of the grade supervisors for grade 8. And it is my pleasure, it's my pleasure to introduce the awardees for grade 8. Krishana Anderson for drama. Ashley Jamie for music. Jamie Ashley. Jamie Ashley for music. Trishelle Barnes for geography. Leandra Bennett for industrial techniques. Vijay Davis for years average and agricultural science and Spanish. Sasha K. Esson for literary skills. Monique Sia Hamilton for business basics. Dushawn Johnson for design arts. Ashley Richards for integrated science. Jadon Smith for years average and physical education. Tamara Stevens for Caribbean history. Suri Thorpe for years average and agricultural science. Business basics, English literature, English language, French, information technology, and social studies. Leandra for years average, agricultural science, and religious education. And finally, Tiana Marie Wilson for years average, home and family, and design arts. I thank you.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Oh, we're winning right now, baby.
Let me say good afternoon to everyone, those in our live audience and those who are also in our virtual audience. Presenting the awardees of 2020-2021, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our sponsor, Mistress Beryl Brown, for the awardees of grade 9 students. Also, I want to acknowledge our grade supervisor, Miss Marlene Anderson, and yours truly, Winston Forsyth. All our grade 9 form teachers for the academic year 2020-2021. The awardees of grade 9. First place for each subject, years average of 75% and above. The awardees are as follows. Rihanna Armstrong, years average. Sashana Brown, years average. Vashon Cameron, years average and drama. Jamari Campbell, years average and, no, just years average. Tavin Davis, years average, physical education. Giovanni Francis, music. Abijay Johnson, home and family. Ashanti Jones, years average, biology, chemistry, English language, English literature, geography, information technology, mathematics, music, physics, religious education, social studies, and Spanish. Candestida Mendez, years average, agricultural science, business basics, Caribbean history, and music. Janelle Palmer, music. Tajon Simpson, years average, design arts, physical education, and industrial techniques. Orlando Smith, music. Tiana Sinclair, years average. Quanisha Wilkinson, years average. This concludes the awardees of grade 9 for the school year 2020-2021. I thank you.
A pleasant good afternoon to our principal, Mr. Linton Weir, our two vice principals, parents, and students. I want to congratulate you students on your excellent performance. And you have done yourself proud, your family proud, and of course your school family proud. My name is Miss Luann Morgan. I am a form teacher from grade 10, and I represent Mr. Cavell Johnson and Miss Morgan, the grade coordinators. I will be presenting the awardees of grade 10, and you awardees are sponsored by Dr. Wilmore Webley, our keynote speaker today. You are being awarded for your first place in each subject, as well as year's average of 75% and above. First up, we have Brandon Blake for Principles of Accounts. Next, Akada Brown, Integrated Science. Amelia Campbell, English Literature and Cosmetology. Sanjay Cooper, Years Average. Ashika Devi, Textile Clothing and Fashion. Janoy Dawkins, Religious Education. Kayana Eubanks, Years Average, Agriculture Science and Information Technology. Next we have Melaine Edwards, Years Average, Family and Resource Management, and Food and Nutrition and Health. Next, Dejane Ferguson, Technical Drawing, Visual Arts, and Spanish. Oh, my apologies, Technical Drawing and Visual Arts. Davia Francis, Spanish. Onaji Francis, Years Average. Danae Hamilton, Years Average and Human and Social Biology. Trevorn Levine, Years Average, Biology, Chemistry, Electrical Technology, English Language, Physics, Social Studies, Mathematics. Ashley Mays, Textile Clothing and Fashion. Bracaria Morgan, Years Average. Natrell Reed, Caribbean Study, Caribbean History. Abigail Richards, Principles of Business. Ricadina Richards, Office Administration. Rashawn Russell, Caribbean History. And finally, Sadisha Swayze, Building Technology. Congratulations to you all.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Donna Mackenzie, teacher of Language Arts and Literature and form teacher of level General Honor. Today, I'm representing the supervisors, Ms. Reed and Mrs. Grant Pinnock. I have the distinct pleasure of presenting to you this afternoon the members of the grade 11 cohort of the academic year 2020 to 2021. Each student being presented with an award this evening attained the highest score in the subject for which he or she will be awarded. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate these students and also to give my appreciation to the sponsor, ITWS Company. And the awardees are Serena Bernard, years average, English language, social studies, and office administration. Abigail Brown, years average, integrated science, principle of business. Angel Brown, food and nutrition. Tarika Campbell, EDPM. Haley Duncan, visual arts. Tonique Haywood, textile, clothing, and fashion. Abigail Johnson, principles of business. Zoya McLean, agricultural science. Maurice Morgan, physical education. Talia Nevers, Spanish. Shanoya Peart, years average, mathematics, information technology. Ruth Reed, chemistry. Ashley Roberts, years average, biology, physics, and electrical. Alethea Smith, religious education. Tashana White, family and resource management. Daniel Worms, information technology. Tony and South, cosmetology and mechanical technology. Candice Williams, textile, clothing, and fashion. And finally, Christopher Wright, technical drawings. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the awardees for the grade 11 cohort 2020 to 2021. Thank you.
Pleasant afternoon to everybody. These are the top awardees for the sixth form for the academic year 2020 to 2021. We would like to thank Dr. Wilmore Webley for sponsoring the sixth form category. I am Suzette Gordon Hamilton, one of the sixth form coordinator. Our awardees are Jada Allwood, Economics Unit 1. Acacia Allen, Building, Mechanical and Engineer Drawing, Unit 2. Anifa Booth, Accounts, Unit 2. Ashakai Brown, Biology, Unit 2. Environmental Science, Unit 2. Shamoy Brown, Biology, Unit 1, Chemistry, Unit 1, and Integrated Mathematics. Julianne Clayton, Chemistry, Unit 2, Physics, Unit 2. Shahini Faisi, Environmental Science, Unit 1. Anastasia Johnson, Management of Business, Unit 2. Krishna Alsted, Management of Business, Unit 1. Chanel McLean, Communication Studies, Electrical Technology, Unit 1. Claudia Mendez, Pure Mathematics, Unit 1. Jada Nixon, Physical Education, Unit 1. Kishon Ricketts, Physical Education, Unit 2. Abigail Samuels, Foods and Nutrition, Unit 1. Sylvia Smith, Caribbean Studies, Law, Unit 2, Literatures in English, Unit 2, and Sociology, Unit 2. Once again, congratulations, awardees.
Good afternoon. It is our pleasure to present part 2 of these awards presentation.
We begin with the awards for extracurricular activities.
O'Brien Robinson, Old Harbour High School Award.
O'Brien was a gold medalist at the parish level at the JCDC speech competition.
Tevin Scott, Old Harbour High School Award.
Tevin Scott, gold medalist nationally, JCDC song competition.
Keena A. Brown Trophy, Most Outstanding Clubs and Societies.
Miss Keena Gay Brown, coordinator of extracurricular activities, sponsors the top club, society, and sport team. The teams are club, cultural expressions. Next one.
Society, United Nations.
And sports, basketball. The next set of awards are for successful completion of the research methods course. Completing this course allows our students to be exempt from the course at the tertiary level.
Anna K. Hamilton. Kiana James. Chanel McLean. Mikhail Morant.
Benay Sims. Rajari Thomas. Rasheen White. Mika Williams.
Chanel McLean, Claudine Chambers Award for Most Outstanding Student in Research Methods.
Miss Claudine Chambers, Teacher of Research Methods, awards her Most Outstanding Student.
Awards for Grade 9. Ashanti Jones, Optimist Club of New Harbour Village Award, Most Outstanding Student in Biology.
Optimus Club in New Harbour Village is one of our sponsors.
Kellyanne Ludford Award, Most Outstanding Student, Spanish.
Miss Kellyanne Ludford, Teacher of Spanish, awards her Most Outstanding Student.
Barbara Graham Award, Most Outstanding Student, English A.
Mrs. Barbara Graham, Vice Principal and former Head of the Department of English, awards this Most Outstanding Student.
Barbara Sayers Award, Most Outstanding Student, Geography.
Mrs. Barbara Sayers, retired teacher of geography.
Marcel Bedward Award for Most Outstanding Student in Mathematics.
Mr. Marcel Bedward, son of a former teacher, Mrs. Maxine Bedward, sponsors this award in honor of his mother.
Junior Car, Jessica Harvey Award, Most Improved Student in Reading.
Miss Jessica Harvey awards one of her outstanding students in reading.
Candestina Mendez, Kellyanne Ludford Award, Outstanding Student in Spanish.
Here, Miss Ludford, the teacher of Spanish, continues to make her sponsorship to our students.
Ajani Mills, Jessica Harvey Award, Most Improved Student in Reading.
Miss Harvey, working with these students, continue to afford her sponsorship.
Ajani Mills also receives the Tasmanica Beckford Trophy for Literacy Rising Star.
Miss Tasmanica Beckford, teacher of reading.
Tajon Simpson, Carolyn Honnigan Award, Most Outstanding Performance, Design Arts.
Miss Caroline Honnigan, retired teacher of visual arts at the grade 9 level.
Awards for grade 10. Amelia Campbell, Hilary Frankson Award, Most Outstanding Student, Cosmetology.
Mrs. Hilary Frankson, teacher of cosmetology, awards her most outstanding student.
Janoy Dawns, Clover Grant Pinnock Award, Most Outstanding Student, Religious Education.
Mrs. Clover Grant Pinnock, teacher of religious education.
Trevorn Levine, Optimist Club of New Harbour Village Award, Most Outstanding Male Student.
Our community representatives continue to support our awards ceremony.
Awards for grade 11. Tanique Haywood, Pauline Welcome Award, Best Practical Student, Clothing, Textile and Fashion.
Mrs. Pauline Welcome McLean, retired teacher of clothing, textile, and fashion.
Alethea Smith, Clover Grant Pinnock Award, Most Outstanding Student, Religious Education.
Here we have again Mrs. Grant Pinnock, teacher, awarding her student.
Tony-Ann South, Hilary Frankson Award, Most Outstanding Student, Cosmetology.
Mrs. Hilary Frankson, teacher of cosmetology. We will now present the students who have placed first in each grade. And these awards are sponsored by Dr. Thatcher Lowton. Dr. Thatcher Lowton, former student and now an educator in the United States of America.
Grade 7, Amanda Scully. Grade 8, Suri Thorpe. Grade 9, Ashanti Jones.
Grade 10, Trevon Levine. And grade 11, Serena Bernard. We have awarded also students who have been placed first in selected grade 10 classes. These awards are sponsored by Dr. Euphemia Burke, past student and education officer with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information.
Grade 10 Honesty, Alexia Ellis. 10 Innovation, Jamal Thomas.
10 Generosity, Elaine Reed. 10 honor, Jamar Edwards. We now present the students who have received Vice Principal's honor roll. These students have averaged a year average of between 80 to 84%. These awards are sponsored by Mrs. Anne-Marie Taylor, former teacher of science and now resides in the United States of America.
Grade 8, Vijay Devi. Tiana Marie Wilson.
Grade 9, Rihanna Armstrong. Candestina Mendez.
Tiana Sinclair Bainbridge. Grade 10, Kiana Ebanks and Mario Miller.
We now present the students who have maintained a year's average of 85% and over for the academic year 2020 to 2021.
Suri Thorpe. Ashanti Jones.
Trevorn Levine.
Ashanti Jones receives the IWTS Award for student with the highest year's average.
With a year's average of 90%, she received this award sponsored by Mr. Wayne Harrison, Director of IWTS Limited.
External examinations sponsored by Old Harbour High School. Katrine Bailey, top female student, City and Guilds exam.
Ricardo Price, top male student, City and Guilds exam.
Tonian South, top student, NCT Vet exam.
We now present the awardees for CSEC examinations. We will present firstly some awardees for the 2020 sitting of the CXC exam. Unfortunately, we received this commendable performance after our awards ceremony last year, but we must award these outstanding performances. The awards are sponsored by our guest speaker, Dr. Wilmore Webley.
Tasana Messam, 9th place regionally, Mechanical Engineering, CSEC 2020.
His teacher, Denison Francis, also receives an award.
Claudia Mendez, 7th place regionally, Agricultural Science, CSEC 2020.
Also receives an award.
Othniel McCullough, 1st place regionally, Physics, CSEC 2020.
His teacher, Mr. David Reed, also receives an award.
Awards in subject areas. Terika Campbell, Jacinth Lewin Award for Excellence in POB.
Mrs. Jacinth Lewin, head of the department business, awards her most outstanding student.
Khadija Duffus, Christine Kelly Award for Excellence in Home Economics.
Miss Christine Kelly, former student of Old Harbour High School continue to make contributions to the school.
Haley Duncan, Nicholas Dillon Award for Excellence in Visual Arts.
Mr. Nicholas Dillon, former student of the Visual and Performing Arts.
Kimon Gowie, Camille Royal Award for Excellence in Human and Social Biology.
Miss Camille Royal Jackson, former student and teacher of Old Harbour High School.
Macy Gray, Jennifer Donaldson Trophy for Excellence in Office Administration.
Mrs. Jennifer Donaldson, retired head of the Department of Business.
Tonique Haywood, Maxine Roden Award for Excellence in Clothing, Textile and Fashion.
Miss Maxine Roden, teacher of clothing, textile and fashion.
Abigail Johnson, Jacinth Lewin Trophy for Excellence in EDPM.
Mrs. Lewin, head of the department, continue to offer sponsorship towards the students of her department.
Abigail Johnson also receives the Aubrey Colliard Award for Excellence in Business Studies.
Mr. Aubrey Colliard, former member of the Board of Governors of Old Harbour High School.
Shanoya Peart, Claudine Kelly Award for Excellence in Technical Drawing.
Miss Claudine Kelly, former student, excellent in technical drawing.
The Valerie Blackwood Award for Most Outstanding Student in Technical Vocational Studies.
Mrs. Valerie Blackwood, retired head of the Department of Technical Vocational Studies.
And to complete the hat-trick, Department of Information Technology Award for Excellence in Information Technology.
Mrs. Fahan McCullough, head of the Department of Information Technology, along with her teachers, award their most outstanding student.
Kemoya Samuels, Dr. Wilmore Webley Award for Excellence in Mathematics.
Who can forget Dr. Wilmore Webley, our guest speaker?
Alethea Smith, Melissa Forbes Trophy for Excellence in History.
Miss Melissa Forbes, teacher of history.
Tony Ann South, Rowell Knight Award for Excellence in Mechanical Engineering.
Mr. Royal Knight, retired teacher of mechanical engineering.
Ricardo Stewart, Old Harbour High School Award for performance in CSEC exam.
Mr. Ricardo Stewart, member of the ancillary staff, was successful in 2 subjects in his first sitting of the CSEC exam. The school acknowledges and awards him.
Ruth Reed.
Ruth Reed is our top female student in the CXC exam 2021.
And the awards continue. The Linton Ware Award for Excellence in Agriculture Science.
Mr. Linton Ware, principal and former teacher of agricultural science, continues to offer his support in the subject area.
Matricia Watkin Gardner Trophy for Excellence in Chemistry.
Mrs. Natricia Watkin Gardner, former student and outstanding one in the subject chemistry.
Joseph Parker Award for Excellence in Physics.
Mr. Joseph Parker, former member of the Board of Governors of Old Harbour High School.
Mavis MacDonald Award for Most Outstanding Student of the Sciences.
The Department of Science Awards in the honor of former head of the department, Miss Mavis McDonald, this award.
And as you would have heard earlier, the Old Harbour High School trophy for most outstanding female student in the CSEC exam.
Congratulations to our top performing female student, Ruth Reed.
Troy Sims.
Troy Sims is the most outstanding student in the sitting of the CSEC exam for the 2021 sitting.
He receives the Dr. Orlando Thomas Award for excellence in biology.
Dr. Orlando Thomas, medical doctor with office located on South Street, Old Harbour.
The Enid Golding Award for most outstanding student in the CSEC exams.
The Golden family, including our own Honorable Custos Rotolorum, Mrs. Icy Golding, sponsors this award in honor of the first principal of this school, Mrs. Enid Golding.
And indeed, the Old Harbour High School trophy for most outstanding student in the CSEC exams.
Of course, our school, Old Harbour High School, sponsors and supports our most outstanding student in the CXC exam. We now go to our final category, awards for CAPE exam.
Joy Bryan. Dr. Wilmore Webley Award, 9th place regionally, integrated mathematics.
This performance was done in the 2020 sitting of the CSEC exam, but we must highlight outstanding performances. Her teacher, Mr. O'Neill Johnson, also receives an award.
Shamoy Brown. O'Neill Johnson Award for excellence in integrated mathematics.
Mr. Johnson is at it again, the teacher of integrated mathematics.
She also receives the Natricia Watkin Gardner Trophy for excellence in chemistry. Kate.
Mrs. Natricia Watkin Gardner, former outstanding student and now a pharmacist, continues to offer her support.
Sarah Brown, Department of Information Technology Award for most outstanding performance, Cape IT.
The Department of Information Technology continues to highlight their outstanding performances.
Julianne Clayton, the Henry or the Brown Henry Award for excellence in chemistry at the CSEC and Cape levels.
Mrs. Brown and Miss Henry, teacher of CSEC Chemistry and Cape Chemistry, award the outstanding student who received grade 1 in CSEC Chemistry, continued the great performance to Cape Unit 1 and also Cape Unit 2.
Jadine Daly, Fayon McCullough Trophy for most outstanding performance in digital media.
Mrs. Fayon McCullough awards her most outstanding student at the 2 units of digital media.
Karina MacDonald, the Michael Melbourne Award for best performance in computer science.
The Department of Information Technology is at it again. In honor of former head of the department, Mr. Michael Melbourne, they sponsor this award.
Claudia Mendez, Zenobia Smith Award for excellence in pure mathematics.
Miss Zenobia Smith, former student and teacher of pure mathematics, awards her outstanding student.
Sylvia Smith, Marcia Williams Trophy for excellence in sociology.
Miss Marcia Williams, retired teacher of sociology, awards this outstanding performance.
Serena Wright, Brown Henry Award for excellence in chemistry at the CSEC and Cape level.
The teachers of CSEC and Cape Chemistry continue to highlight the students who received Rage 1 in CSEC Unit 1 and Unit 2 Chemistry.
Othniel McCullough,
Othniel is the top male student in the 2021 sitting of the Cape exam.
he receives the Paula White Award for Most Outstanding Male Student in Cape exams.
Mrs. Paula White, member of the PTA of Old Harbour High School.
He also receives the Old Harbour High School Award for Most Outstanding Male Student in Cape.
Our school continues to award our outstanding students.
Shaniel McLean,
Shaniel McLean is the #1 student in the 2021 sitting of the Cape exams. She was successful with 4 units at grade 1.
she receives the Ingrid Dillian Award for Excellence in Electrical Technology.
Technology.
Nicholas Dillion Trophy for Most Outstanding Student in Cape exams.
Mr. Nicholas Dillon, primary school teacher of Shaniel, continues to follow her progress.
Netcom Computer Solutions for Most Outstanding Student in Cape exams.
Netcom Computer Solutions Store, located at Gateway Plaza, Old Harbour.
And finally, the Old Harbour High School Trophy for Most Outstanding Student in the Cape exam.
On behalf of all the present, I must say, it was our pleasure to bring to you the awardees for the academic year 2020 to 2021.
Congratulations to our awardees. And I would also like to say congratulations to Vice Principal, Mrs. Florence Rankin, and her team for putting together a beautiful awards ceremony. Please put your hands together. At this time, we'll have the vote of thanks by Shaniel McLean.
My lonely days and my
Special greetings to all members of this wonderful audience who have joined us for this memorable occasion, our annual awards ceremony. I now propose a hearty vote of thanks, extending appreciation to all persons who contributed to this indescribable feeling that us awardees are now experiencing. Our guest speaker was remarkable, as his address motivated us to continue to be ambitious and independent. Thank you, Dr. Webley, for such an inspirational presentation. To other persons who shared in the program, spiritually brought warmth, addressed us, or shared their expressions, thank you for a task well executed and brought such richness to our awards ceremony. Other individuals who entertained, provided refreshments, or presented my fellow awardees to be recognized, from the depths of my heart I say a big, big thank you. To the decorating, planning, technical, and the secretarial teams, thanks for the fundamental rules that you executed towards this ceremony. No one achieves success alone. Consequently, to our parents, teachers, and other members of staff of Old Harbour High School, as well as my colleagues, your contribution to our success is highly appreciated. Noteworthy also is our Master of Ceremonies, Mrs. Dacia Rowe Logan, who mastered this ceremony through her fine crafts. We admire and appreciate your great work, Madam. To all our sponsors, whose token we will cherish, we say, you are like the wind beneath our wings, which will cause us to fly. To other members of our audience, your presence is appreciated, and it was truly our pleasure to have you in attendance. On behalf of my fellow awardees, I say, this special feeling that has elevated us today through this ceremony is a compensation for our hard work, and we vow to use this exquisite feeling to propel us to fulfill our dreams and the dreams that others have for us. Kudos to one and all for this splendid awards ceremony.
Nor the moon by night, nor the pestilence that lurks in dark places, nor destruction that wasteth at noonday. The time hath just gone.
Thank you, Chanel, for that wonderful vote of thanks. We are at the end of our awards function, and at this time, I'd just like to remind you that self-belief and hard work will always earn you success. Have a good afternoon and be blessed. Thank you.
Every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Stare at the sun, I know it is a blessing, yeah. Lift up my eyes to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning